Assalamualaikum and good day. Alhamdulillah, we have the chance to meet again to continue studying topic 2 in the subtopic 2.3, which is cells are grouped into tissues. But in this session, I will explain to you about plant tissues only. I have fixed our lesson today into two objectives to be achieved by all students. The first objective is all students should be able to describe plant tissues. The second objective is all students should be able to state the types, functions and distributions of plant cells and tissues, which are apical meristem tissue, ground tissue such as parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, and also vascular tissue such as xylem and phloem. This is a concept map which shows the overview of the plant tissue. For your information, a concept map is different from a mind map. Please don't get confused, yeah? As you can see, the plant tissue is divided into meristem tissue and permanent tissue. The meristem tissue consists of young cells. The cells can divide actively, but they do not undergo differentiation. The permanent tissue consists of mature cells, and the cells can undergo differentiation. Meristem tissue can be divided into apical meristem and lateral meristem. The apical meristem can undergo primary growth only. The lateral meristem can undergo secondary growth. The permanent tissue can be divided into dermal tissue, ground tissue, and vascular tissue. The ground tissue consists of parenchymal cells, collenchymal cells, and sclerenchymal cells. Parenchymal cells are packing cells. Examples of parenchymal cells are epidermis, mesophyll, endodermis, and pericycle. Collenchymal cells are support cells. Sclerenchymal cells are support cells too. Examples of sclerenchymal cells are sclerites or stone cells and fiber. The vascular tissue consists of xylem and phloem. The xylem consists of tracheids and vessel elements. The phloem consists of sheath tube members and companion cells. So, this is the overview of the content that you are going to study in this subtopic. As you have studied just now, the meristem tissue can be divided into apical meristem and lateral meristem. The apical meristem can be found at the root tips and at the shoot tips. The lateral meristem can be found in the cambium of the stem tissues. This is a photograph which shows a root tip. This is a photograph which shows a shoot tip. This is a photograph which shows the stem tissues. All of these photographs were taken from the observation under the light microscope with high magnification. From this photograph, you can see that these are the xylems and these are the phloems. Both of the xylem and the phloem is divided by cambium. The apical meristem enables primary growth to lengthen the plant. The lateral meristem enables secondary growth to thicken the stem. You also have studied that ground tissue consists of parenchymal tissue or parenchymal cells, collenchymal tissue or collenchymal cells, and also sclerenchymal tissue or sclerenchymal cells. Please study the diagrams of the tissues carefully, as these diagrams can help you a lot to remember the characteristics of each of the tissue. The parenchymal cells are isodiametric shaped. The cells have thin primary wall. The cells are loosely packed together, and there are large intercellular air spaces between the cells. The collenchymal cells are polygonal shaped. The cells have primary cell wall and thicken at the corner. The cells are tightly packed together, and there is no or little intercellular air spaces between the cells. The parenchymal cells are polygonal-shaped, elongated, and have tapering ends. The cells have primary and secondary cell walls. The cells are loosely packed together, and there is no intercellular air space between the cells. You have learned that vascular tissue consists of xylem and phloem. Xylem transports water and minerals from roots throughout the plant. Phloem translocates sucrose from leaf throughout the plant. This is the diagram which shows xylems. This is the diagrams which shows phloems. The xylem consists of tracheids, vessel elements which contain perforation plates, xylem parenchyma, and also xylem fibers. The phloem consists of sieve tube elements, which contain the sieve plate, component cells which contain the nucleus, phloem parenchyma, and also phloem fibers. That is all our lesson for today. Please do your own reading to enhance